In this lecture, you're going to learn how to audit your existing social media presence, even if you think you didn't have one, and how to audit your competitors. So why do we audit? As evil as an audit may sound, do not worry. You can successfully audit for the greater good of your strategy using our advice, some elbow grease, and common sense. Auditing is an important part of developing your social media strategy. It will enable you to gather insights and to benchmark where you are now, where your competitors are, and then in turn define smarter goals based on those insights. An audit is made up of 3 stages: research, evaluation, and then reflection. In your worksheet for this section, you can go through and tick off each section of the audit as you go along, and also fill in the blanks. In the download section of this course, or as a handout to this lecture, you can find the audit template, which is a spreadsheet. We recommend you watch this video first, jot your ideas down in your worksheet, and then tackle the audit at the end. Let's start with your business or organisation. So first, we need to understand our position, and we start with the social media accounts. Auditing social media accounts is about understanding what assets on social media represent your organisation. A social media asset is a profile, page or group or other representation of your organisation on social media. For example, these could be pages you personally set up and then forgot about, easily done, functioning social media accounts that are in use now, accounts set up by employees or external contractors, fan pages set up by customers, spoof pages, pages passing off as you, automatically generated pages that haven't been claimed yet, location-based social media accounts, spam accounts, and a few others. To understand what accounts were set up by others, I find holding a social media amnesty is quite useful. It gives the people the opportunity to think about the accounts they may have set up. To conduct your own amnesty, simply send an email to employees and contractors to ask if they have ever created a social media account on behalf of the organisation. We recommend creating a Google spreadsheet and form and then sending this. That way, all the entrants are then captured into one spreadsheet for you to pursue. You'll then be able to understand quite quickly the social media position of your organisation. And now, over the years, we've worked with so many organisations and marketing directors and board members who've said, we're not on social media. We then go ahead and perform the audit, and guess what? There's accounts that exist. Not only that, but customers find these accounts, they interact with them, and then they're ignored. So once you've conducted your social media amnesty, next up is some good old manual search and rescue. You now need to perform searches on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, YouTube, and LinkedIn, etc. for accounts created in your organisation's name. Not only that, we recommend also searching for variations of your name, misspellings, abbreviations, own trademarks, and also key product names. In your workbook, we've created sections where you can brainstorm variations of how people may refer to your organisation, products, and services. You should list and then search for all of these variations. As well as on the social media websites directly, you should also use Google to conduct your search. The social media audit template contains a list of all social media sites we think you should search for. If you think we've missed one, let us know by tweeting us or posting in the lecture discussion area. As well as looking and uncovering and collecting the social media assets of your organisation, social media audits should also examine the following areas. You should look at the accuracy of profiles against your brand guidelines, the imagery, logo, spelling of accounts, and URLs. It's common for simple things like incorrect addresses or opening hours, logos, and brand misspellings to be used on social media accounts when they're not set up correctly. You should then look at metrics, including the number of fans or likes. In the social media audit spreadsheet, we prompt you on the metrics you need to look out for on each social network. This will help you to benchmark and see where there might be an audience that can be utilised or that needs work. Finally, looking at the types of posts, the last post that was sent and the structure of the posts. What's worked so far? What's been posted? When was the last post? Look out for retweets, likes, favourites, shares and comments. Also, we can then go back in time and look when people first started talking about your company on Twitter. Head on over to topsy.com. Tap in the search query for example, your company name or product name. Use quotes around the company name if your company name contains dictionary words. Then click search. Head over to the left, select all time, and then the category tweets. This is now going to go back and start searching for all of the mentions of your organization. We just need to tap the sort by so it displays the oldest tweets first, and voila. You can also investigate which influencers have mentioned your organization by tapping the influencers button on the left here. You'll learn more about Topsy later on in this course. Now, onto your competitors. Next, I want you to list your top 5 competitors, and then also 5 companies that you like. These 5 companies could be companies in the same industry as you, but perhaps they exist abroad or in a different city. Or they could be aspirational brands doing social media brilliantly, like Virgin Trains or Innocent Smoothies here in the UK. Now, what I want you to do is, now you have those 10 companies, your 5 competitors and the 5 companies you like, is we essentially conduct the audit again. But obviously we can't email our competitors and ask them to do a social media amnesty. So we're just going to look at the accuracy of their profiles, what sort of imagery they're using. We're going to look at the metrics, number of followers, number of likes, that sort of thing. And then we're going to look at the different types of posts they send. Do they use videos quite a lot? Do they use imagery of their customers or their products? Once we've done this, I then want you to list 3 things you like about their social media presence. We won't tell them, don't worry. And 3 things you don't like. This sort of critical thinking is going to make you look into some of the cool things that you could be doing and also some of the things to avoid. So, there we go. We've audited your organization and your competitors' social media accounts. This lecture was all about peering over the garden wall and seeing what needs attending to, what needs removing, and the green pastures ahead ready for you to explore.